To be honest guys, I really like reading books, and around like 3 months ago I just found one book which is called Deep Work, and I decided to read it. So I finished it like 2 months ago if I'm not mistaken, but then I didn't have time to shoot and to make a video and post, but now I have. So today we'll discuss the tips and so on, but before we go further, let me give you other information regarding the book. So I found this book when I was searching for some tips regarding my concentration, because at that time my concentration was awful. When I was planning to do my home tasks from my university, I was getting so distracted by social media such as Instagram, Twitter or Telegram, these applications, or YouTube, because I was so addicted to reels. I was watching funny reels and so on and so forth, I was spending most of my time in those platforms rather than doing the real job that I need to do. But then, one guy from YouTube, just recommended that book to read it. The book is from Cal Newport, maybe you know him or not, but he's a professor at Georgetown University, and by himself, he graduated the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I guess it was MIT, yeah. It is. So today we'll be talking about the tips from this book and the techniques on how to apply and so on and so forth, and I hope you will like it. If you are ready, let's start. Okay, now before we move, let me give you the agenda of this video. It will be divided into 4 parts. The first one will be about what is deep work. The second part will be about advantages and disadvantages of deep work. The third one will be about ritualizing the deep work, and the fourth one will be about quitting social media, which is the most important one that you should know. Okay, if you are ready, let's go to the part 1. Okay, what is deep work with the words of Cal Newport? Let me read it through from the book itself, but it will show on the screen as well. Deep work: professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive capabilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve your skill, and are hard to replicate. So, as you heard, deep work is something which is rare nowadays, and not many people have it. And we can, consider deep work as a skill, as a hard skill to learn, because not everyone has it nowadays. Okay, now let's go to the second part and talk about the advantages only of deep work, because I guess there are no disadvantages. Okay, the first advantage is you will get the ability to learn hard skills in a short period of time, which is quickly. Such as, let's imagine you want to learn coding as an example, but many people know that coding is something really hard to learn and acquire. And learning languages, JavaScript, HTML, C++, and everything, all these coding languages, they are hard to learn. But if you don't devote long consistent hours, then you will not be able to learn in 1 year or so. But if you will be consistent, and if you devote 5, 6 consecutive hours on a daily basis, or on I would say on a weekly basis, and if you learn with the consistency, and of course you're going to learn it with the deep work, by applying the deep work. Of course you're going to learn in 1 year. I know some people who just got into the great jobs in their coding sphere, but they just spent 1 year, so it all depends on the deep work. The next benefit is you will be able to produce your work at an elite level, meaning that, let's give an example again of coding. Now you know how to code, you know the languages, different coding languages, and you know the design of it, on how to work on them perfectly. And then someone just tells you to, your employer tells you to create the website, you know that you can do it, you can nail it. So you just do it, and in a short period of time you create the best result that they have waited so far. The second benefit is you can generate your work, you can produce any work at an elite level when you apply deep work. As an example, we can say, of course, again, coding. But now let's imagine that you are the professional at coding, you know different languages, JavaScript, C++, HTML, CSS, and everything more, anything. But then, your employer tells you to create a website or something of that kind, or to fix something. And so as you have the deep work skill, you just put the like 2-3 hours of work, of consistent work without being distracted for anything else, and you just do it, and of course you finish it at 4 or 5 hours, and of course your manager is gonna praise you and, you know, increase your salary. But it's not the topic today, but whatever. So the topic is, the main point is, you will be able to produce your work at an elite level, which is the most important thing nowadays, because not many people can produce something at a high quality. So this is the second advantage. Next is the third part. Let's talk about it, which is ritualizing. So ritualizing part will be as well divided into 3 parts. The first part is going to be about, you need to know where and for how long you will be doing deep work sessions. So what I mean by where and how long, before you start your deep work session, you need to understand, or I mean, you need to find where you need to clarify, I would say, where you are planning to work. You need to choose a place. That may be the library, that may be your own room, that may be the kitchen, like wherever you think is a great place without any distraction. So it should be distraction free. There shouldn't be any children or people talking, you know, chit-chatting and so on. You should not be distracted to anything. The other thing is, you need to know for how long you are planning to work. You can like start your session from 1 hour to 5 hours, but it depends on you. It depends on your preference. If you can, you know, for the start, if you are a starter, you can start by 1 hour, and then you can increase on a monthly basis, like I would say, the timing of it. So from 1 hour to 2 hours, but it depends on you. But the max can go from 1 hour to 10 hours, whatever you wish, whatever you can handle. The second part, as I told, the second section, I would say, is about, you need to clarify how you will work once you start your work. Meaning that you need to set specific rules on how you will be carrying on your work while you start it. Such as, you can set yourself, let's say, a rule saying you will not be using internet, or you will not be using any social media applications such as Instagram or Twitter, because anyway, they will be distractive. And you can just turn them off, and you can, you know, turn off the internet, shut down the phone, and that's it. Just put it aside and do the home task or do the deep work session. But the rules will depend on people, so what they want, and on how they want to work during their deep work session. So, as I said, it depends on the person. The third part is going to be about how you will support your deep work session. So this is one of the important parts, because when you start your deep work session, you need to have enough food, enough snacks that can give you the energy while you do the deep work sessions, because deep work can take up much of the energy from the person, and because anyway they will be using their brain, you know, and to concentrate and so on, and it's going to take their energy. So you need to have enough food of the right type to give you the energy that you need while you do the session. And you need to have like different drinks and so on and so forth around you on your desk. Now let's talk about the last part, which is quitting social media. Cal Newport gives a great tool to actually reduce using the social media, but before we talk about this part, let me tell you what the book says about it. Like, Cal Newport says, you shouldn't use social media just to get some fun from reels or from videos, from people, from your friends. No, you shouldn't use the Instagram for fun or the other software applications for fun. You just need to use it if there is any benefit for you. Such as here, Cal Newport gives a great tool, which is craftsman tool selection, or technique, I would say. And what does it consist is, let's say you want to use Instagram, right? But then you need to write both pros and cons of it on the list, so that you can see if the pros outweigh the cons. Then of course you are allowed to use, it's fine if you use Instagram. But if there are many cons than pros, then I would say you need to leave Instagram, because there is no any benefit for it, from it for you specifically now, because you're just wasting your time. In conclusion, I would say you need to definitely read this book, because trust me, man, or girl, whoever it is, whoever is watching me, trust me, this book is going to help you a lot if you read it. And if you are struggling with your concentration, focus and everything, you are being distracted, so this is a great tablet for you. So you need to read it, and you need to understand, and you need to apply the techniques you will get from here. And for today, this is all. If you liked the video, put thumbs up and do not forget to hit the subscribe button. And if you have any comments regarding the video or regarding the book itself, just do let me know in the comment section below, and of course I will be glad to respond for you. And if you have read Deep Work before and if you want to share your experience about it, so you can let me know on the comment section below so we can talk about that as well. So once again, thank you for watching. I do appreciate your time and energy, so stay focused.